just help out the channel, hit that subscription button. I'm coming out with tons of videos and you don't want to miss them. Soundgarden, Spoonman. All right, this will be a drop D tuning, of course. So, take the E, drop down a whole step. We got D-A-D, G-B-E. Get some nice dirt on there. Okay, nice and grungy. And this riff here is just kind of a descaling, fun little hammer-on exercise, basically. So, initially, this main riff, we just hit 10s on the D-A-D, hammer that onto 12s, and then we'll strum the 12s 3 times. Okay, just come off to a really quick open D-A-D, just a little transitional thing there. And then we'll go 10 to 12, hammer on. Okay, bring it down to 7s now. Opens. 5s, 7s to 3s. Come off to opens. We'll do 3s, hammer those on to 5s for a couple strums. And then just come off to a few open strums. And with those last few opens, you can palm mute them a little bit. Sounds good. So just slowly here. Nice fun riff there. All right, with the verse sections, we kind of do like the first little bit of the main riff, and then we rest. And, we get the kind of vocal a cappella thing there. So it starts the same way. Just hammer 10s on the 12s, a few strums. Quick open to 10 to 12. But then we just go right down to 5s, and we just hit those 5s and hold it throughout that measure and the following measure. Right, and we just kind of repeat that process. We would do that, get back to the main riff, and then back to the break riff there. Chorus section here, a fun pull-off riff, playing with all these, this drop D tuning. And we'll be down here at the 5 on the low D, and we just pull that off to 3. And you want to do that 3 times pretty quick. Come off to open, back to 5. And then just a little quick 3 on the low D, then drop down. We do 5 to 3 on the middle D, pull off, 5 to 3 on the A, pull off, and then just pull that off to open A. And that happens pretty quick, so you just need to get the hang of it. Into this first interlude section, which is kind of like the pre-solo. A little bit of soloing going on with the second guitar. We do this riff here that's going to be seen a little further down the line. But with this version of it, we do some kind of rests with it. Okay, so we do our 5 to 3 pull-off, kind of like we would do in the chorus, but we just drop it down to the A string at this point. Just 5-3, 5-3, 5-3. Come off to open. And then we just hit 3s on the low D and the A. Hold that and rest. Second guitar does a little solo there. And the second time through, we do the same thing, but instead of landing on 3s, we just land on 5s as the low D and the A. Okay. And the second guitar, it does these little solo riffs where we'll be up here at 10 to 12 on the D, hammer on, bend 12G with the 10B under it, release it. All right, then we just hammer on 10 to 12G, 10 to 12D, land on 10 of the A. And we would wait for the first guitar to do its riff, and then we finish with this. Kind of starts the same way, 10 to 12D, bend the 12G with the B under it, release it, hammer that 10 to 12 on the G. But instead of going low, we come up high. We go 10 to 13 on the B, and then bend that 13. And that's when the solo kicks in, guitar gets going nuts. Okay, so after the solo, we get our bridge section, drum break, interlude thing going on. And it just kind of starts with the bass, and it's doing this riff. And eventually the guitar comes in, you know, with the vocal and all that. And it's a little bit muted. It gets a little bit, you know, bigger as it goes on. And it's doing that, you know, 5-3, 5-3, 5-3 on the A to open. All right, and then it comes down, hits the 5 on the D, middle D, holds it a sec, goes to 3, and then it pulls off 5 to 3A, 5 to 3 open on the low D. Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. Like it, share it, leave a comment. It's always good to hear from you. Do me a favor and hit the subscription button. I put out a video pretty frequent, so you don't want to miss out on that. Check out the links in the description box below. I have really cool links for tablature books, all the gear I use, t-shirts, fun stuff like that. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.